Hi everyone, sorry a little technical difficulty this night, but I'm Billie Moffat with the Gailbourn Public Library, and today we'll be making hemp bracelets. Bracelets just like this one and the one I dropped. So today we'll be learning how to make this hemp bracelet with a macrame knot. It's super simple and easy, and once you get a hang of it, you can make other ones, just like the one I keep dropping, that are beaded, little beaded gem here, and one that I made with a little charm that says Harmony. They all are using the exact same knot of the one we'll be doing tonight. And for the craft tonight, all you need is some hemp twine. We'll be using some thick twine because it's really easy to make it with a thicker thread at first, so it pulls tight and it's instant gratification. We'll be done making one in under 10 minutes. Other things you need are tape and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. I'm just going to switch the camera around and put it down to the table. And let's get started. First, you just need a piece of twine that's about the size of your wrist. Do a little extra for that size, and we're going to double it. When we're making bracelets like this or cutting, always be more generous with yourself. It's easier to cut off a little extra than to add extra on. And then we need a big whole amount of this that we'll cut off, and then we're going to double this one as well. So I have the end of this loop, and I'm going to double this one up, and I have these two loops together now. So I'm going to start by tying them together and making a little loop at the end. I don't want to make it I don't want to make the loop too big. I don't want to make the loop too big, so it makes the tying at the end hard. So I've made my loop, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tape, and I'm going to tape it down to my table, like right here. Super easy. And then what I'm going to do is take another piece of tape and I'm going to tape the short pieces down at the end. This is so I know where everything is and I know how it's going. Now I want to put one on both sides of that leg in the center. So now this is where it gets easy. What we're going to do is make a number 4. I made a number 4. You see how it's number 4 with the leg in the center? And now I'm going to say my little rhyme, which is over the river. So the one on the right, this makes a number 4, and this one goes over the river and through the woods. So through the woods is under the leg and into the hole of the 4. And I put it all the way up top, pulling it tight. So now there's a little nubbin right there, and to make this flat, I know to make my number 4 point towards that nubbin. And now I'm going to go over the river, so I go over the number tail of the 4 and through the woods, which is under the center and under into this number 4. So I'm going to go all the way, and I'm going to pull it tight, and now I have this little nubbin right here. So I'm going to make my number 4 point towards that. And I'm going to go over the river and through the woods. So under the leg and into the hole of the number 4. I'm going to pull both strings tight until I have there. And now I'm just going to alternate where the number 4 points to, having it point towards the nubbin that it makes every time I make a stitch. So I go over the woods, over the river, and through the woods. I have my number 4, and then my other one is over the river and through the woods. This is a very simple macrame knot that you can do with a lot of different things. Now, if I didn't want it flat, like I have this, or like I have this bracelet here, it's just a flat bracelet, very simple. If I want to make it twist like a DNA, I'll keep the number 4 going towards the same side. So I want to have it keep pointing towards the nubbin that it's on. Funny story is I made one for my brother when we were teenagers, and he wore it as a necklace. Whoops. He wore it as a necklace so long that we had to cut it off him eventually with a big pair of scissors. So I have my number 4 pointing away from my nubbin because I want it to go in the same direction so it starts to make a little spiral. Each time making my number 4 and going over the river and through the woods. As you can see, it's starting to make a little spiral now. I'll keep going, and to end it, I will just do a little knot at the end. I tied this knot twice, just a simple knot, and I'm going to slip it through that hole right there to make a cute little bracelet. Or you can do it old school, like friendship bracelets, and just tie it right on ya. So like my brother, you have to cut it off eventually. Now, if you want to take that and make it more sophisticated, all you need to do is up your game with your materials. Right here, I'm using this big hemp because it's the easiest thing to show it with you. And it knots up real fast, so you can make a bracelet in one sitting. But if you want to do something with slightly a little more refinement and detail, here's a bracelet I made with this little harmony charm I just got from the craft store. And I did this exact same knot with embroidery floss instead, using a little catch at the end to take it on and off. Super simple and easy to do. Another variation is with beads. Now I strung the beads on the center. If you want to do it with this big hemp, craft stores sell amazing wooden beads with large holes that you can slip right through. But here I slipped it through the center of was I was using embroidery floss. And then I just did the next stitch around it like it wasn't even there. Doing it every 5 or 6 stitches or so, putting another bead on. Just a lovely little variation with the same knot that we did right today. But I don't have any wood beads with me at home right now, so I can't show you. So we'll go over the stitch one more time. It's pretty easy. You make a number 4. And you go over the river and through the woods. Go up top. To make it flat, you alternate the way you make your number 4s. Go over the river and through the woods. And if you wanted a spiral, you'd keep the number 4 the same. So let's switch our camera back around. And say, If you want to make more bracelets like this, there's tons of books on our website. Remember, now you can call and ask for a book to be placed on hold. So there's thousands of craft books that you can have placed on hold and go pick up at a drive-up window at the main library or Rayco branch. So take advantage of that. Make tons of these little bracelets. They're great little gifts for friends, for your mom, for your daughter, for my brother. Loved his that he wore for years and years and years. They're super simple. They could be masculine. They could be more delicate. You can upcycle them so they're just a little better. These are just beads that I had at home and some embroidery floss, and you'll be on your way to making your special own unique gifts and your own accessories. So remember to go to our 24/7 website for all of your needs. Remember, librarians are still answering questions online, so make sure you visit gailborden.info for so much information during this time. Thank you so much and have a great night.